what your biggest takeaway was from yesterday. We're going to zip through this. Okay, if you can't type, If you can type in the chat what your... Okay, clarity is power, everything and rise. Love it. Mindset. Awesome, 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 awesome. Keep these coming in the chat because we're going to run through this. Now, in life, we're going to have challenges. We've just had a challenge right now, and we have to turn up nice and balanced. So, type in the chat what one of your biggest challenges. Maybe you noticed there was a challenge within your mindset that needs to change. What is your biggest challenge? Awesome. Now you can type. That's a good challenge to overcome. Yes, I love it, Charmaine. So, team, this is so, so good. And quickly, by show of hands, with our VIPs, who enjoyed that activation in Club Supercharge literally an hour ago? Who loved that? Who loved getting their body activated if you're a VIP? Yes, I love it. So, now, today we're going to be, Skip is going to be sharing with you some awesome strategies of how to manifest more money in life. And who here agrees that if you have to manifest more money, first of all, you have to have more energy? Who here agrees with that? Yes or yes? Yes, you passed that test. Well done. And if you want to manifest more money, you need to do it by adding value. You need to do it by adding value. Who here agrees with that? Who here would like to add more value to their business, their loved ones, their relationships, maybe even yourself? Awesome. I love this. So just know, team, you are in the right place. So what I'd like to do now is literally just on a scale. I'm not going to ask you to type this in the chat now. I'm going to ask you to show me. So I need to get your cameras on. So Vescili, Kay Bray, Paul Flower, can you all please get your cameras on? Asta, we've met you before, darling. You've been with us. You're on Self-Mastery PhD. Heinke, I know you. Please all get your cameras on, because what I'm going to ask you now is I'm going to see your bodies on how you respond. Because if you want to manifest more money in life, you need to get into the body. If you want to have more energy, you need to be in the body. So, my question to you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is like, I'm just going to sit here, I'm just going to not do anything, and I'm just going to sit here and hopefully I might win the lottery, maybe win the lottery and manifest more money. That's a 1. And a 10 is like, oh my God, I'm going to stand up, I'm going to go manifest money, I'm going to take action, I'm going to do all the things in my life, and I'm going to have so much fun in the process. So, which one are you, team? Are you the 1 or the 10? Show me right now. Show me, show me, show me. Yes! I love it, I love it, I love it. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. So now, team, please, 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 can you please make sure that you follow us on Facebook? Because I've seen in the group chat, people who've done your gratitude. So thank you and well done. So make sure you follow us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, social media. Because Skip, throughout the rest of this week, is going to be sharing so much value with you that, I'll tell you this right now, you're in the right place. So today, Skip's going to teach you how to manifest more money. But with that, he's also going to be sharing something with you that can not only be life-changing for some, but life-saving. Who would like to learn that? Stuff that could be life-changing and life-saving. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, show me how much energy that you want to do if you want to learn some strategies on how you can be life-saving and life-changing. Show me, show me, show me. Yes, Veronica, I love it. You're all in the right place. So now, we have to get in the bodies because Skip's going to come in now. He's going to be with you for the next 90 minutes. He's going to play full out. Skip isn't going to hold back. He's going to literally give you everything he can. I've given you everything I can in my short space of time. So if you're ready to learn how to manifest more money by playing full out for the next 3 days, because we're now over halfway through our journey, please all stand up and show me what you're going to give today. Okay, all right. Some of you passed, some of you failed. Oh my God. This is the 3rd time. I'm going to do this with you every single day. Get your butts down. Get your butts down. Get your butts down, team. Sit down. Niklas, sit down. You're one of our VIPs, brother. Stand up with energy. Should have just done a workout with Skip, so you should all be energized. So now, I'm going to ask you in 3, 2, 1. You're all going to stand up and you're going to go supercharge. Not just yes. You're going to go yes, yes, yes. That's partly what we call a power move. So, I'm going to ask you, and you're all going to give, not 10. If you gave a 5, give a 10. If you gave a 10, give a 100. So, who's ready to manifest more money in 3, 2, 1? Stand up. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Give yourselves a round of applause. So now, team, please roll your heads. Please roll your heads and do it with a smile on your face. I'm going to come in. Do it with a smile on your face. Get that kid in you. Go the other way. And if you want to pull it like a cheesy grin, do it. Let that kid get in within you. Now, stand back and roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders. Awesome, because we get so much stiffness in the shoulders. Roll those shoulders forward. If you get some kinks, you get some cracks, that's good. That's the body releasing toxins. That's epic. Now, all we're going to do, just rotate your hips. Do some nice big sexy circles, because you all should be in the body you deserve. That's what we're teaching you. That's what we're learning. Go the other way. Go the other way. And if you get some kinks, that's good. Now, just jump up and down and do some little shakes. Do some little things, because skip's going to come in now. You should all be energized. So if you're ready for skip, give me a yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So let's start clapping, because now, team, you're going to learn the strategies needed. For some of you, this is going to be life-saving today. For some of you, this is going to be life-changing. Now, show me some energy. Come on. Please welcome day 3, Supercharge Your Results. Skip Archimedes. Woo!
Oh, good job. Everybody give James a big round of applause. Good work, good work, good work. So, my friends, you made it to day 3. Everybody put your hand up. Very quick. Get your hand up. Give yourself a pat on the back, because you made it here. You are in a place where we bring on transformations in ways where most people don't even know that what we're teaching is even possible. So this is what I say every single day. We've got to have an open heart. We've got to have an open mind, because the stuff that we're going to be going through today, oh my God. Okay, now, some of you might be thinking, oh my God, why is James like getting me so energized? Why is he doing all this saying like, yes, yes, yes? Because there's 2 ways of earning money. I'm going to make it real simple. One way is with a smile on your face, and the other way isn't. So what do you want to do? Do you want to manifest money and be happy manifesting money? Because let's be honest, hands up if your life would improve if you had more money. Hands up if you can make a greater impact in other people's lives if you make more money. 100%. So it means you win. Life can win. Your family can win. So many people can start to win by you earning money. So what we've got to understand is we've got to open up to a greater force so that that can start to breathe through you. So type in the chat and let me know which one of these are you. Can you let people in the room, please, mate? Are you looking to create abundance by being in true alignment? Are you looking to get out of money problems? Are you looking to open up another stream of income or multiple ones? Or do you want to turn your passion into profit? All of that stuff that we've got that I've just put down. Now, it could be multiple ones. It could be all of them at some time. Look at this. I love it. All of the above. All of the above. Okay, now you guys are starting to get it. This is brilliant. Because what we've got to be is open to what life is giving us. Hands up if you can understand that life can start to work in some weird and wonderful and mystical ways. Hands up if you don't even know how your heart is beating, but yet you've been given a heart. Hands up if you don't know sometimes why your brain gives you stupid thoughts and you start to self-sabotage your own existence in this game of life. Right, so there's stuff to you that we've got to get you introduced to so that you can start to create money by, and abundance by being in true alignment. Now, true alignment means that we got to get the body, the mind, and the spirit locked in. The last thing you want to do is end up like some of my, well, let's just look about money. We're talking about manifesting money. I want to go into the dark side of money first so that we can start to understand that there's a beautiful light side to money. Now, so many people have been brainwashed. Okay, in fact, before I just say that, let me ask you a question. If you had to never, ever, ever worry about money again, hands up if you think that your life would improve by a show of hands. Right. Hands up if you then, let's say that you get really good at what you do, or whatever it is, whatever your heart and soul's calling is, let's say that you get really good at what you do and you become famous for being great at what you do. So now you've got fame and now you've got fortune. Hands up if you think that your life be sorted if you got those 2 things. Right, everyone's hands are, see, look at you guys, mate. So the hands are going up, but now there's a little bit of, well, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Where are you going with this, Skip? What are you trying to say? Well, what I'm trying to say is a lot of my top clients have that. So why are they coming to me when they've got the fame, they've got the fortune, but yet they're not happy? Yet their body's suffering, their mind's suffering. Can you let people in the room, please, mate? So what's important to understand is we've got to know that if we're going to start manifesting more money, we're going to walk a road of clarity so that we win in the process. If you don't win in the process, I can tell you now, my friends, no one's going to win by you manifesting more money. Because you got to understand that everything is going to ripple out from you. Now, here's what I want to understand. Hands up if you agree that there are people out there making money at the expense of other people. 100%. This is what we now have to be consciously aware of. I don't want to make anything right or wrong because I go into judgment. What I want to be able to do is for you to be able to recognize when something is in alignment, so that when you're in alignment, and believe me, when we get to day 5, which really is where miracles start to begin, and it's going to be when I bring in our first guest, and he is a good friend of mine. I'll tell you about him later. World famous CEO, and he's going to come in and share some stuff, because there were things in his life where he was totally out of balance, totally out of alignment, but yet had all the money that he was ever going to need for the rest of his life, but yet, because if you're not right within yourself, all the money doesn't change it. I'll tell you what will change it: the lifestyle. So we've got to start to understand what happens when it comes to manifesting money. Now, before I get into that subject, I want to show you a few examples. Now, in these examples, here's what I want you to be able to understand. That Simon, who you see on the screen, a regular person, absolute gem of a guy, came to one of my events. Now, hands up if you think, now this was someone who was questioning whether he could afford to come to my event. Now, this particular event he came to, it was out in Singapore. And everyone who came to that event, they all paid two grand to come to the event. Now, Simon was questioning whether he could afford to make the event, because it was a 3-day event for £2,000. Now, some people say, oh, it's a lot of money. But if you go and manifest 320,000 the day after that event, hands up if you think that event's now a good investment. When he didn't even believe that that deal could even happen. Because what I do through the processes that we take people through on these advanced trainings, I get you into what we call these higher frequencies. Okay, I was going to say frequencies, right, until day 5, and I will, but I want to touch base with that now so that you guys start to understand it. Let's say that we're all, and I'm sure I said this to you, some of you yesterday, it might have been just the VIPs, but let's say that I decide to take all of you on a trip, and everyone is in a big bus together, and all of a sudden a song comes on that radio. So the driver's got a radio song on, but all of a sudden we're out in nature. We want beautiful sounds, but all of a sudden this hardcore heavy metal comes in. It's like, ah! And everyone's like, that song's not really suiting this scene, Skip. Can you do a favor? Can you ask the driver to speed up so he can drive away from this song real quick? I'm going to say, what? And you're going to say, none of us like this song. Can you ask the driver to speed up so we can drive away from the song? Well, because you know how frequencies work in that area, you're going to be like, I'll be like, we talking about drive faster. Wherever we drive, the frequency is going to be picked up by the receiver on that vehicle. It doesn't matter if we go forward, backwards, up, down, left, right, wherever we go, we're going to pick up that signal. Hands up if this makes perfect sense. This is the challenge that humans are having, because they stay in a low frequency, and guess what? They're trying to manifest stuff that doesn't belong in that frequency. Like illness can only reside in a body that holds a certain frequency. You learn how to have a high frequency pulsing through the body, where your vibrational frequency, you start naturally vibrating at a high frequency. Illness can't get you. Just can't get you. Now, this whole thing where people sacrifice their health for wealth, stupidest strategy on the planet. But you'd be amazed How many people do it? And how many people get really good at it? They don't know they're doing it. They wouldn't choose to doing it, but they're doing it. So what we've got to start to do is we've got to learn how to become more conscious in the way that we are starting to understand universal intelligence. In fact, type in the chat now, do you want to, can you ask Ben if this is on YouTube? Cheers. Hands up if you would prefer to make money by yourself, or if you'd like to make money with the support of the whole universe behind you. Type it in the chat. What do you want? What do you want? By myself or with support? Yeah, number 2. Absolutely. Because it doesn't make sense to go and cut off this universal energy. Why? Because it's the strongest force we know. The absolute strongest support we know. And if you get that driving behind you, what I'm now going to show you is Simon. Now let me tell you this story, because the reason why I'm sharing this stuff with you is, write this down. Money is a game of psychology. Write that down. Money is a game of psychology. What does this mean? If you don't get the psychology locked in right, then you're not going to have fun on your journey. So we want to make sure that you're having fun earning money. But we also got to make sure that you've got the strength, you've got the balance, you've got the flexibility, so that when the pressure comes, you break through, you don't break down. Because hands up if you understand that if you want to become financially free, there's going to be some pressure that you've got to learn how to handle. Hands up if that's fair to say. 100%. And you know what the beautiful thing is? You're not weak. You have everything already within you to bring out. What we need to do is just get you in alignment. Is to get you open. Because when we get you open and we get you in alignment, guess what? You're going to start to learn how to make money doing things that you can be passionate about. Because passion is going to electrify you more than anything else on the planet. And there's nothing that can electrify you like passion. There's no drink, there's no drug, there's no substance, there's nothing. Passion is it, my friends. But we've got to make sure that we get passionate doing the very things that are going to serve people at the highest levels. So, now can you leave it where it was, please? So, can you go in a bit closer? Exactly where it was. Thank you. So, I want you to be able to look at, and so listen to back a little bit, to what Simon is saying. Because when you listen to what Simon is saying, now, hands up if you'd like to be able to manifest a $320,000 deal in one day and literally have that land. You're not going to do that with your brain, my friends. You're going to do that with the body, the mind, and the spirit. Because otherwise, you might manifest that amount of money, but then you could end up like, say, a Robin Williams. He can make the entire world laugh. He becomes super famous, does some incredible big movies, has amazing TV shows. But yet, he then goes and kills himself and ends his life. You don't end your life when you're in balance and alignment. And this is someone who made the whole world laugh, but he couldn't make himself happy. So just going for money without the balance and alignment is one of the biggest traps, one of the biggest illusions that people chase. Had it with Tamer, who I showed you yesterday, movie star. He lost everything. He became super famous, super quick, but then lost everything. I start working with him. You saw the video yesterday. 4 million in 1 year. He lives in a £4 million house, a fleet of supercars outside his house now, and he won Legend in Cinema at the British Independent Film Festival. And he's happy, and he's balanced, and he loves life. He's a different person. Why? Because he's done the work. Came to all of my stuff. Supercharge Your Life, Breakthrough Mastery, 5-day retreat. In fact, the only one yet to come on is the Amazon. Now, this is about taking it further and further and further forward. So, then what happened with Simon was, this all started, by the way, this was the last event that I did before lockdown, and it was out in Singapore. Then lockdown happened, so we weren't allowed to do any more live events. Now, manifesting 320K, the day after the event, he then goes and carries on, and I said, Simon, this is the beginning. He goes, what do you mean it's the beginning? I said, keep it going, we keep it going, we keep it going. Now what's happened is, and you'll hear him say this, he's involved with a $66 million deal, and all this stuff was done in lockdown, not even meeting a single person. That's how awesome this is. And his part of that $66 million deal is $4 million. So hands up if you think that his 2K investment, his $2,000 investment was a good investment. Now he's gone and literally netted $4 million from that. Now you'll hear him say it. I didn't think this stuff was possible. But the energy and the processes that Skip takes you through, it's nothing he'd ever gone through before. So let's have a little listen to what Simon has to say. Please listen to him, because he's carried it on and carried it on. Now I'm showing you this because I want to show you what's possible. Because I had, the reason why this came up, let me just connect the dots so you really get it. The biggest events company on the planet, a company called Success Resources, they promote people like Tony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, and they got hold of me and they said, look, Skip, a lot of our speakers are your clients. What do you do? And I said, you need to come and experience what I do. And they came and experienced it, and they were like, oh my God, Skip, this is unbelievable. Like, you know, people having out-of-body experiences. People are like getting rid of, like, you know, lifetime injuries and addictions and all this stuff, and they're just getting rid of it all. But do you do anything around money? And went, absolutely. I said, day 3. I said, day 3, we go all around money. And I said, here's what's going to happen. Because people are in a high frequency, and they were like, what? Frequency? And I was like, yes, this game of life is a game of frequencies. What does that mean? I said, I'll teach you at my events. Come to my events. So they started to come to my events. Now, here's what happened. I said, we got to deal with the body and the mind before we get to money. On day 3, I play this money game with them. I change everyone when it comes to their whole stuff around psychology, so that, can you keep an eye and let people in the room all the time, please? So what happened was, they're witnessing people having out-of-body experiences, instant healings, like literally miracle after miracle, and they're like, we've never seen anything like this. But you know, people come to us because they want to get richer. And I said, oh, they're going to get richer. Right about that. I said, but they're going to get really wealthy. I said, because there's no point in having a lot of money if your body's suffering. There's no point in having a lot of money if your relationships are suffering. No point in having a lot of money if you've got mental health problems. So we have to deal with getting that foundation laid, and then it's super fast to build. Hands up, you follow me. Awesome. Okay, hands up, you're still alive. Okay, you are. Okay, good. I know it's hot. If you're in England, it's hot. But stay with me, because I'm telling you now, this is the new wave of learning how to literally start to manifest things in your life. And we've got some examples. In fact, I want to bring somebody up later, because you just told me about someone who manifested quite a lot in a matter of days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to bring up Clee a little bit later. Clee's one of our latest students. Just giving a big wave to everyone there. And James just told me, because I'm hearing literally every single day, I hear stories of people who, bam, the money just comes in. And they're like, I don't even know how it happened. It just happened. But it happens when you're in a higher frequency. If you're in a lower frequency and you're expecting to manifest a lot of money, that's like a driver who's listening to the radio thinking he can drive away from that radio channel and pick up another radio channel. It's never, ever going to happen. You can be as motivated as you want. You can be as happy as you want. It's not going to happen. Why? Because you got to understand universal intelligence. And we didn't get taught this stuff at school. I definitely didn't. It's one of the biggest missing teachings in the education system, is teaching people about ecosystems. The ecosystem of the body, mind, and the spirit. The ecosystem of the planet. The ecosystem of the universe. When we understand how all things are connected, now we can shift things and money can literally start to flow to you. But you have to do the work. This is not sitting there thinking, well, I'm going to do nothing and I'm just going to think about it and I want to visualize it and it's going to happen. That's part of the process, but that's not. If you want to engage law of attraction, in fact, write that down now. Just write law of attraction. It's a law. Just like gravity. If I throw that up, I know it's going to come down. If I throw up, I know it's going to come down. No one can throw it up and have it hover without blades. You can't just throw it up It doesn't matter how positive you're going to be. Gravity is a law. Law of attraction is law. Now circle the last 5 letters. No, 6 letters. A-C-T-I-O-N. 6 letters. See, I can't even count. Now, what are the last 6 letters? Action. Action. Law of attraction doesn't work unless you're prepared to take action. Because otherwise, it's like you got to move to life and life moves to you. And you start to get closer and closer and closer with a deeper understanding of what the truth is. So, money, it's a game of psychology. Write this down. 70 to 80% psychology. 70 to 80% psychology. 20 to 30% mechanics. What do I mean by that? If you want to get rich, you got to understand that we got to deal with the mind. Because otherwise what will happen is, bam, you take a knock, and if the mind freaks out, the next action step that you're going to take could be destructive. What we want to make sure is that no matter what is happening, even if the marketplace changes, even if someone knocks your entire building down, even if someone steals your business, even if someone like the locusts come in and they like destroy the crop, whatever challenges are happening, you always go and take the action step needed to keep that momentum going and allowing streams of income to start to flow to you. Hands up if that's making basic, perfect sense. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so now have a listen to Simon. And really do listen to what he says, because you can do the same. You could not do anything. You could do better. I want to show you what's possible. So this is Simon, 320K the day after one of our events.
One of the biggest breakthrough that I had is yesterday, a day after my company was awarded a project, and our fees is 320,000. To me, that's an abundance miracle. Now, Skip is really an amazing trainer and coach.
Okay, is everyone struggling hearing again? Why? Could everyone hear that? Yes or no? A little bit. Right. It's fully up. I'm just looking at that. It's fully up there, fully up there, fully up there. Okay, we're just going to have to go for it, and then I'll tell you what happens.
One of the biggest breakthrough that I had is yesterday, a day after my company was awarded a project, and our fees is 320,000. To me, that's an abundance miracle. Now, Skip is really an amazing trainer and coach. But with his training, there's many first things that I've never done before. So I'm very, very grateful to Skip because of this teaching. I literally feel the energy is coming up from my hand, from both my palms, for at least half an hour. And I was feeling so much energy is coming out from me. And when he asked us to let go of our fears that doesn't help us, that stop us from going. So when I start to let go of my fears, like I'm not good enough, like procrastination, right? When I start to let go of that, I suddenly feel very empowered. So I was going on declaring all the goals and missions that I had, and I feel so much more powerful after that. Now I can just activate my body cells anytime now, so that I can get into a state of high energy and more empowered to love and add value to people. One of the most amazing breakthrough that I have is this abundance energy. Yeah, I remember that immediately one day after the training, I got a job, and then the fees is 320,000. And then, this abundance energy just continue, Our targeted sales, the income actually has reached 2 million. 2 million. 2 weeks ago, I got another amazing news. Our company, for the first time, the total amount is going to be 66 million for 3 years. And over these 3 years, our fees is about 2 million. 2 million. Our company annual sales target has already reached 4 million. 4 million. And so it's way above the 3 million that I have originally targeted for. Believing that it's possible. Yeah. doing what's impossible become possible. Yeah. So I really want to thank Skip for helping me to receive this energy through his processes and all that, to like really let go of those energy that doesn't serve me, you know. And then after that, I'm able to receive all the powerful positive energy from the universe. For instance, for the universe, that I trust the universe that everything is possible, right? So everything works for me. And then the energy of abundance keep flowing. The energy of abundance is still flowing, it's still coming, you know, it's all in me and flows through me and out of me.
Awesome. Right, everyone just give Simon a little round of applause, because when people like manifest things like that, it's showing what's possible. It raises the bar. Now, again, I'm going to go through and I'll be sharing way more like stuff with you, so that you can really start to understand what is needed to really start to. I want to bring up. Have I got Kelvin on it? Damn, I want to bring Kelvin. Okay, there's another guy that I will. In fact, you can see that on our YouTube. Now, on our YouTube, there's lots of testimonials on there. You'll see someone on there called Kelvin. He manifested 90,000 in his account within 4 days. So on our YouTube channel, if you put Kelvin 90K in 4 days, you'll hear him sharing that himself. Now, list what was that magic word that Simon said. Before we taught them how to attract it, we got to get rid of the stuff that's pushing it away. Hands up if you agree that there is stuff in the subconscious part of your brain, that there are habits that you've created, that there are beliefs that you've created, that what that's doing is it's pushing money away from you. Hands up if you agree that to be true. 100%. We get layered up with this stuff. And that's why what we're talking about now is creating a new lifestyle. Because if we only focus on just money, a lot of the money gurus that I end up being their coaches, their bodies suffer, their minds suffer. So only following that one little strategy, it doesn't make any sense. Whereas if we want to live a life of abundance, what does make sense is learn about your body first. We did that on day one. If you're new here, make sure you get day one's replay. We got to learn that this thing up in your mind. Hands up if you agree that your mind can make you rich, your mind can make you poor. Can do one of both. Yep. Hands up, you know that your mind can make you sad, your mind can make you happy. Yep. Hands up if your mind can focus on love or it can focus on fear. Yep. Hands up, you know that your mind can make you ill and your mind can make you well. Yep. Right. So we know that this thing that's up here, we've got to focus it in the right ways. When we learn how to do that and we start saying, right, now I'm ready to start manifesting the money, you better get ready to learn how to literally start to manage money. Because there's a whole conversation that we do around money. Because it's important to understand this. If you get money and you hoard it, guess what? That money's dead. When I hear so many people saying, oh my God, I'm saving money for a rainy day. I'm like, what? I said, every day's a rainy day. Depends where you live. I said, what you got to learn how to do is not save money, is learn how to create stuff so that money is always flowing to you. Always. We call this passive income. Some people call it residual income. So what it means is that you go to bed and you wake up, and through things that you're doing, now there's more money there. Hands up if you'd love to be in that position where you wake up and there's just literally more money there. Now, it's so important that you believe this can come true. Because if you don't believe it can come true, the old programming is going to have you living with a mindset of an employee. Most people have created a mindset of an employee in this way. Think about this. The education system taught most of us stuff that we have no interest in. Because nothing I learned at school taught me to create an amazing body. Nothing I learned at school taught me how to really focus the mind and use the mind for all of its power. Nothing I learned at school taught me how to be in amazing relationships. Nothing I learned at school taught me how to manifest more money. Nothing I learned at school taught me to open up to universe intelligence, to literally have the energy that creates worlds breathing through me, so that someone who's coming up to 48 years old, I know I'm going to have the same energy when I'm 98 years old. Because I understand energy. And I've seen what it's done to me. I've seen what it's done to my family. I've seen what it's done to all my top clients. And the tens of thousands of people that I get to work with every single year. It's epic when we understand energy. But hands up if you agree that there can be a toxic energy and a clean, creative energy. So we got to understand energies. Now, when it comes to money, think about this. What you went through at your schooling system. You went through learning that as soon as that bell goes, you stop doing whatever you're doing. You then learn how to go and do a test isolated. So they don't teach you to buddy up with people. They don't teach you how to collaborate. They teach you that you've got to be an island. You're never, ever, ever going to enjoy manifesting money if you create it by being an island. You know why? Because if you've got an island, you want to turn that island into something awesome. You want people to come and visit your island. You've got to learn how to connect, how to collaborate, how to share. This is why I've been inviting all of you lot to share stuff in the Facebook group. And if you haven't gone and joined that Facebook group yet, please make sure you go and join it, because we're going live in there, we're giving gifts in there, we're just doing stuff in the group. Now we want to be able, and again, same on social media. Please make sure you've joined us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Why? Because we're giving out free stuff all the time, and we want to make sure that you can easily access it. So which Facebook group it's called? Can you put it in the chat, mate? I think it's called, yeah, if you can sort that out, awesome. So what we need to make sure is when it comes to manifesting money, we do it in ways where you get lit up in the process. Because if you sacrifice a part of you in making money, and we try and magnify that, and we try and scale that, guess what? The bigger your company gets, the bigger you break down. Doesn't work like that. We've got to make sure that we set you up with daily rituals, so that there are things that you're going to do every single day that literally is going to start to fill up your cup. Could you get my green juice, please, mate? Now, what do I mean by filling up your cup? Let's say that this is your body and this is your mind. Now, if there's a crack here, and I'm trying to fill this up so I can take it out for the day and drink water, guess what? I might go to take it out to get some water, and that crack, that leak, now all of a sudden, I've got nothing. This is what's happening to people's lives. Bit by bit, they're slowly killing themselves, and we're seeing the corporate world break people down in the most horrendous ways. There's pressure put on people, and there's nothing wrong with putting pressure on people if they know how to handle the pressure. But if someone's out of balance, if someone's out of whack, if someone's stressing all the time, if someone's breaking down, and that pressure is put on them, what do you think then's going to happen? Do you think they're going to break through or break down? You know they're going to break down. 100%. So Heather just says, what time does my day start? Really depends on where I am and what I'm doing. On average, around about sort of 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. And then I'm live in Club Supercharge. So all of the VIPs came in Club Supercharge today, and we did literally a 20-minute HIIT workout, and it was epic. And I'll keep going until late at night. I keep going like a kid until I drop. If I still got fuel in the tank, bam, I keep going. Why? Because I realize that the more I serve, and write this down, if I help enough people get what they want, cheers mate, I will always get what I want. If I help enough people get what they want, I will always get what I want. So important to understand that stuff. And again, isn't it funny how all of my companies that I started because I saw a need that was for me. Even with like our Supercharged Superfoods company. So when most people are like jacking in sugary stuff or caffeine stuff, I'm just having this stuff. And I just keep drinking this stuff all day, like with our alkaline protein. And why did I see a need in that? Because I learned that most foods that people eat is dead. Most foods that people eat is acidic. Most foods that people are putting in the body now is draining the body of energy. And when I learned that all the food that we grow in the modern world only contains 5 to 20% of the value compared to 100 years ago, bam, I saw the opportunity. Here's what I didn't realize. How much money and time I was going to have to then put into it to really create something phenomenal. But this is what I want to teach you. Because these superfoods have had, I'm telling you now, over the 7 years I've been developing, there's been over $1 million spent in developing this stuff so that we get the best ingredients. We blend them together with the perfect percentages. And all the studies that I was doing, checking it out on the human cells, everyone around me was going, why are you spending so much money? You're mad. And I went, am I mad if I find and I crack something that when I put it in the body, bam, the body is revitalized. The body gets rebuilt. The body gets re-energized. The body gets cleansed. The body starts to have this abundance of energy and the body gets alkalinity. Everyone around me, I said, if I crack that, I guarantee I'll come back and you'll be my first clients. Because you're going to want this. And what happened? Exactly that. Now, this is what I want you to learn about business as well. Because when we had these, I made sure that everything was way beyond organic. I made sure that everything was the highest value that it could be. But here was the challenge. At that time, when farmers were having so much pressure put on them, you don't have to be organic. We'll spend more money on this stuff because you can rotate all the food. You don't have to let the land rest, and you can spray these chemicals on, which means that they're going to grow faster. You're not going to have to deal with any of the insects and any of this stuff. And your yield, you're going to get more money per yield. Guess what? And I said this to our farmers, and I said, look, if you're going to go non-organic, just let me know, and I'll use another farmer. But I want you to tell me. Now, I've got a guy that I send out to the farms all around the world all the time to make sure that no one's cheating. Now, it was about 4 years or so ago, I get a call, and he went, Skip, you're not going to believe this. One of the farmers has decided to go non-organic. Now, watch this, because the reason I'm telling you this story is if you're going to start to earn money, hands up if you want to make money being in integrity. Right, these are the new opportunities that you're now going to start to see. Why? Because so many businesses are breaking down that there's going to become the rise of the new world, which means that there are now going to be more opportunities coming up than ever before. Now imagine this. Imagine that this is my land, right? And I've got all this land. And then I divide the land here, and that's going to be organic, and that's going to be non-organic. If they're spraying chemicals on this non-organic land over here, do you think that there's chances that those chemicals are going to get blown over at this side of the land? Hands up if you agree that they're going to get blown over. But legally, they can still say that this is organic. So I called up the farmers and I said, bro, you've just screwed up a lifetime client. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, it's still organic, Skip. It's fine. I've got the certification. I said, bro, there's chemicals on it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I said, it doesn't matter for what? I said, bro, my name and my face. I said, I never wanted my name or face on the company. I said, everyone around me said, Skip, your name and face has to go on the company because you are a living, breathing version of what's possible. So for that reason, I said, okay, they'd have to buy into a corporate entity. They can buy into a personality. I said, okay, I get it. But what did I do with all of our clients? Did I go and sell them a product knowing that I could still make the sales and no one would know, and then I'd go and find land and maybe 6 months, maybe 3 to 6 months after that, I get a new product? No. Because we've got to learn how to live with integrity. So what did I do? I contacted all of our clients and I said, I'm really, really sorry. We're not going to be able to send you any more of our products. And they were like, why not? Well, not the specific ones where we were getting a certain crop from this farmer. Other ones like the tubs and stuff and the chlorella and all that we still had. But one of the blends we couldn't have. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't sell you the product. And they said, why? I told them why. I said, but here's what I will do. When I find another farmer and I can get this product exactly the way that it needs to be grown, the way that nature wanted it to be grown, I said, then we'll recontact you, and if you still want to use us, then we'll be there. But if you want to go with somebody else, I totally understand. But I couldn't sell you a product that wasn't of the highest value. So they all said, yep, thanks for letting us know, Skip. And it took me a little bit longer than 6 months. I find another farmer. We call them all up, and what happened? This is what happens when people have trust. Now write this down. Selling is serving when it's in the truth. Selling is serving when it's in the truth. Because if you've got something that's going to add value to people's lives and you're not selling it to them, you're not serving them. Hands up if that makes sense. Now, no one likes to be sold to, but everyone loves to buy. When you've got money, it's brilliant going like, right, I'm going to spend out, spend on this, spend on this, spend it. But no one likes to be sold to. But we have to understand that basic concept. So what happened was, listen to this, 100% of those people came back. And they brought some friends and family. I couldn't believe it. And they said, Skip, we don't know anyone that would do that. And we knew that we could trust you. And we knew that when you got back in contact with us, that product that you would have is going to be full of stuff that's going to serve our bodies at the highest levels. And that's what happened. Now, why am I telling you that story? Because there will come times in your life where temptation is going to come on your radar. And that might be the temptation, oh my God, I can go and earn a hell of a lot more money here, but someone or something's going to suffer. It will not make sense to do that. The greed is going to want to do that. It's going to want to say, just do it, just do it, just do it. But here's what I want to say. If you want to be able to be in a position like Simon, where you can have that universal intelligence breathing through you, it cannot breathe through a lie. Because a lie, whichever way you look at it, is a weak and it's a low frequency. Breathing through the truth is going to have you stand strong. Breathing through you in a certain way where now all of a sudden you're now making money and other people's lives are better because you're making money. Hands up if you want to be in that frequency where you keep, the more money you get, the better other people's lives get. Because now you're going to be like, I want, look, I love it, Clee's like, yay. In fact, just on that tip, let's bring up Clee, because you just got my attention, and I mentioned it earlier. So let's bring up Clee, because James literally told me about this, literally about 10 minutes before we went live. So we're going to bring up Clee, and if we are going to, can bring up Clee? Right, so there we go. Right, we've got Clee up. Hang on a second, let me come out of here. So can everybody see Clee? Can everybody see Clee? Yeah, can everyone see? Okay, yeah, awesome. Okay, she's there. Brilliant, perfect. Okay, so is she unmuted? Can you unmute her?
Yes, I'm on.
Hey, you are. Okay, everybody please give Clee a round of applause. Beautiful. So Clee, please tell us, because I've not even heard this stuff from you. James told it to me literally 10 minutes before we went on. Now, again, it's around money. So what happened?
Well, I did I came through real success and did the 5-day challenge that we're doing now. And I thought, oh, I want to do some more. So I signed up for the 3-day challenge. In the meantime, Skip decided to sort out a scholarship that you could apply for. And I was also on a different course with somebody else. They also did a scholarship. So I applied for both, and blow me down, I got both offered. One was slightly cheaper than the other. So I declined Skip's offer. And then James said to me, oh, but we've got the 3-day full immersion. And I said, I've already signed up for that one. And he said, oh, let's do that later then. And then I'm in the 3-day full immersion, and I thought, oh, and James really said, Clee, you can do this, you can do this. Don't worry about it. You will get all the value out of it. Don't worry about the money. Just make it happen. And I thought, okay. How am I going to make this happen? And suddenly this limiting belief where I thought, people have always told me I'm really crap with money, but it's about me. It's my money and I can do this. So I just made it happen for Skip. And then I made it happen for the other side. And then the other side just offered a cruise for 7 days around Croatia with the coach. And I thought, I really want to go on this cruise. And I thought, here comes the mind. How am I going to get the money? So I'm talking to a family, a nephew of mine, and he says, because I've also been offered a job with my school. And he says, so the school, you are so loyal that you always want to serve them. He said, but that's habit. And your heart is in going on this cruise. And I said, yeah, you're right. And he said, so you've got your answer. So I put down a deposit for the cruise and I thought, inshallah, it will come. Money's going to come. And I totally forgot I'd applied for a job somewhere. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. And then today it came in and I'm just so grateful and so happy that I'm not going to worry about anything anymore. I'm just going to absolutely love life every day of the week and be grateful for everything that I spend, because when I spend, I will be able to serve the greater good and serve myself as well, and just let go of any limiting beliefs, because they're all just here. And like Skip says, when you're in your head, you're ever so dead.
Beautiful, beautiful. And how much was it? How much did you manifest?
Probably about 9 and 4, about 13K.
About 13K. Everybody give her a massive round of applause. Now, here's what we're going to understand. It's just the beginning. Because when you start to realize that there is so much mystical stuff out there, but we've got to be in alignment within ourselves to be able to receive it. Now, your brain will go, hey, I'm ready to receive 1 million. Skip, I'm ready to receive 10. I know your brain will say that, but that's not the alignment we're looking for. What we want to be open to is understand how the universe can start to breathe through us. So everybody please give Clea a big round of applause. Good work, good work, good work. Okay, so let's get back to this. Thank you for your sharing, sweetheart. And ironically, this is what we do now, everyone. Can you get the, so I can see everyone. Now, here's what happens. We've actually just taken Clea on as part of our team. Now, because we're growing super fast as an organization, and those people that, bam, they crack it, it's like, boom, they've got it. Let's bring them on. Because we're expanding so fast, because this is the first time that we've really pushed stuff out there publicly. And now we're going to go out there on the public domain. We need conscious people as part of our organization. Now, here's a formula. Now, this is all to create a life of miracles. Now, in this is going to be all the abundance you want, the body you want, the mindset you want, the friends you want, the adventures you want. Now, just having a correct mindset, it's not enough. Because if it's all about mindset, if the mindset's in the wrong place, guess what? You're going in the wrong direction. So only visualizing yourself empowered, successful, looking and feeling younger, it's not going to happen without the correct and the consistent action. So the first thing, you've got to find yourself a world-class coach and get immersion. Why do you need to get immersion? Something like this is literally like a 2-hour, like a little, little masterclass, which is great, but it's information going in. What we really want is transformation. But remember this, awareness is the first point of any change. You go and find a world-class coach, someone that you resonate with, someone that you're like, oh my God, this person's teaching me some epic stuff. I love this. I want to go deeper into these teachings. When you go and get immersion, what can literally happen, say within a 3-day process, could take you years, decades possibly, a lot of time, a lot of failing, a lot of being knocked down. You don't have to figure this stuff out yourself. Find someone who's gone through that hard journey, learn the stuff, so that you can avoid so many pitfalls, but you can also focus on exactly what's needed so that you get the best results possible. Now, number 2, you've got to learn how to connect to empowering lifestyle habits. That should happen if you've got a world-class coach. Because I go to so many of these events and I see these people getting richer and richer, but they're suffering more and more and more. I was literally at a 7-star restaurant a couple of weeks ago. I saw the same thing happening. I couldn't believe it. I'm surrounded, everyone in the room was multi-millionaires, everyone. And I was literally the only one that was putting the right type of food in the body, not using the body as a trash can, not going with the addictions. And ironically, the guy who was heading the whole thing up is a private client of mine. And here's what I guarantee. When he shifts in a major way, it will trickle down throughout everyone that was in that room. Because he's the leader. So what do I go for? The leaders. Why? Because I affect one leader, everyone that's connected to that one leader now goes and gets affected. But why am I doing stuff like this for, the average people? Because I love people. Humanity is the only thing that needs to shift on this planet, and we're going to be doing it through empowering lifestyle habits. So it means that you'll start doing the right thing without even having to think about it. Number 3, got to find like-minded people. How do you do that? You start hanging around the places where like-minded people hang out. That's right. If you want to be around like some VIPs, grab the upgrade. There's so many bonuses that we're throwing in the mix, and we're opening up Club Supercharge to the VIPs on Friday and Sunday as well. Now, number 4, you got to make sure that you take action every single day. If there's a day that you don't take some type of action, guess what? You can't get it back. That part of the brain will go, oh, it's all right, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll leave it till tomorrow. It doesn't have to be done now. No one's going to die if you don't do it now. That voice is going to kill you. It's like literally putting a strain, it's like a strain around your neck, and it's slowly getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Before you know it, you're hanging. Whereas what we want is to use that rope as a skipping rope instead of like hooking it around your neck. We want to make sure that every single day you are taking action steps so that there's these baby steps. Now, with what I'm going to be sharing with you, I'm talking about creating a life of miracles, which means what? Massive results, supercharged results. But the action steps that I'm going to be asking you to do, just the next step that's in front of you. Just the next step that's in front of you. Just the next step. Hands up if you're prepared to take the next step if I lay it out in front of you. Perfect. Because then you do the next step, then the next one. And then what happens is you start to create this momentum. What we're looking for is momentum, but it has to go in the right direction. So then number 5 is you got to learn how to invest in yourself. You got to write this down. I am my number 1 investment. I am my number 1 investment. When you realize that we get you better, everything else just starts to flow. Everything else just starts to work. Hands up if that makes sense, that you are your number 1 investment. But think about this. Think about how much money you spend on cars. Think how much money you spend on houses. Think how much money you spend on clothes. Nothing wrong with all that stuff. But this is your number 1 vehicle that takes you through life. This is the house that you live in 24/7. So hands up if you starting to understand that the money that you earn, you want to dedicate some of that money on you, no matter what. Has to be on you, not kids, not a partner, not a holiday, you. Because when it goes on you, you win. It's that simple. So there's my basic formula, and I live by this every single day. Every single day, I come back to this, I look at these 5 things, and I'm like, right, bam, tick, 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 perfect, I'm on it. And I make sure I'm on it. Why do we do that? Because otherwise, there's a minefield over there, there's temptation over there, my attention goes over here, someone calls me over there, an emergency happens over here. Your attention's everywhere. But we've got to get the foundations locked in, and then the world can carry on getting crazier and crazier. And guess what? We love that. You know why? Because we now get to produce opportunities or create opportunities that now help people in a world that's getting more toxic. And I can tell you now, you learn how to create something, design something, see an idea, see an opportunity. But here's the challenge. Hands up if you want to see spot the next $1 million opportunity. Right, look how long it took all of you to get your hands up. Seriously, you, in gymnastics, we would have this thing called fast twitch fibers. What does it mean? It means that if I'm going up for a move, let's say that I'm going up, like one of the best moves that I loved doing, it's my favorite little tumble, like round off, backflip, I go up into a straight somersault, but as I go up into a straight somersault, I do one somersault with a full twist. I then do another straight somersault with another full twist, and then boom, land down. Now, you can't go into that half-heartedly. If you're going to go for a move like that, bam, you go for it. Because if you try it half-heartedly, guess what? You land on your head. You literally land on your head, spilling like a drill going into the ground. I remember the first time I tried it was in a big foam pit, and I bottled out like an absolute wuss, and I literally landed straight on my head, but it was in a foam pit, and my coach was like, "You won't do that again, will you?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "You're going to go for it this time?" I was like, "Yeah." Because you've got to go for it and take full action. It's like a plane taking off. If I want this plane to take off, but now that plane's going slowly along, just cruising, it's comfortable, it's nice, what's the chance of that taking off? 0. You got to put that throttle down. You got to take action. Bam, it's got to go faster, take off, boom, now we're flying. And what's it like when you get above the clouds? Oh my God, it's beautiful. The views are amazing. The journey's amazing. It's gorgeous. But sometimes you got to go through the dark clouds and the storm to get there. So taking action is everything. Now, I want to bring up, okay, so I was going to bring up Paul yesterday. Now, as Paul says here, he says, now again, I'm bringing in Paul on Wednesday. Paul's absolute gentleman. He's an awesome guy. Now, as he said, he goes, get to work with Skip. You'll get more value than your financial investment. Now, look at the guy on the left. Super happy. That was his old publicity shot. Now, look at the picture on the right. Who looks healthier, the one on the left or the one on the right? Type it in the chat. One on the left or the right? Yeah, right. Slimmer. His heart's going to beat easier. His organs are going to work better. He has got a lot more energy now. Now, Paul came and spent 3 days with me at one of my events. And he went, Skip, I don't know if you know the impact of your work. And I was like, why? He went, I've been to some of the world's top events. He goes, I spent literally so much money on events. I came to yours, and he said, you had me go in and drag out stuff from the past that I didn't even know was there. And I said, well, now you got rid of it. How do you feel? And he was like, literally like $1 million. And he's carried on. So let's have a little listen to what Paul has to say, because he's a world famous CEO. That company, Success Resources, I spoke about. He's one of their top speakers. And he's a gentleman that, you know, I trust him. That's why I'm bringing him in on Friday. You know, he's a multi-millionaire and it's helped so many people around the world. But let's have a little listen to what Paul has to say, because again, listen, because I want everyone after this to make sure that you know what's needed to get the health, the wealth, and the happiness.
Hey there, it's Paul O'Mahony here, founder of the Rethink Academy and Financial Freedom. And I'm really excited to make this video for you. And I can just say in one word, wow. What an incredible weekend of just breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. From moments where I figured out, you know, things from the past that were holding me back that I didn't realize. But more importantly, listening to the other people on there and the incredible substantial breakthroughs that they were having just literally every 10, every 15 minutes. And the exercises that Skip will take you through truly are things that, you know, will be permanently remembered. You know, it'd be one of the last memories that go through your mind on the way out, because they are truly moments where you break through to the other side. Whatever is holding you back, wherever you're stuck, whether it be health, whether it be business, whether it's your job, whether it's finances, whether it's family, whether it's relationships, all of these are covered in such a simple way. And since I've finished it, I've immediately gone on to using the supplements that were recommended. I've changed my eating habits. I'm already feeling better and healthier and fitter, you know, not to mention the mental clarity that I've received. Look, it's simple. if you want a chance to get involved with Skip, in no matter how you want to do that, whether it's one-to-one like I do with Skip right now, or go to their workshop like I've also attended, it's something you just cannot miss. There's nothing else out there that's like it. It's unbelievably practical. It's experiential. You will be so glad that you did it. It'll be something that you will be telling people about for years to come when they say, what happened, what changed? And by the way, in case you're worried that it might be too much for you, you can be as subtle or you can go for this as much as you want. The size of the breakthrough that you want is totally up to you, but they're one after the other. And as I say, it's life-changing. Don't miss it. And if you have a chance to jump in with Skip, make sure you do with both feet. Again, my name is Paul O'Mahony. Can't recommend it highly enough. And, get in right away and you can thank me later.
Okay, awesome. So here's what I want you to remember now. I showed you somebody, again, you can see Calvin. I thought I had his video on this slide. I didn't. But 90,000 in his account within 4 days over a deal that he just thought was dead. He didn't even know it was even possible to do that. You saw Simon manifested 320K. Paul already had the money, but there was other stuff that he needed to make sure that he was sorted so that himself had the balance and the alignment. And now his entrepreneurial journey is a totally different experience. Here's my question for you. How much? Now, I want you to be thinking about it like this. If you go on Google and you type in Google, what's Google going to give you back? The answer to what you've searched in. Now, you're not just going to say, Google money. You're not going to say that. You're going to say, well, Google, can you show me stuff on XYZ, whatever it might be. Now, the challenge is, I want everyone to now get super clear on an amount of money that you want to manifest within from now to 6 months. From now to 6 months. What's a number? Because some of you are going, well, I don't know. Great. Pick it up. Right. Okay. Now, Nanda just owes 10 mil. Now, is it possible that she could do that? Maybe. But if you're going from nothing to 10 million, hands up, you can see it's too much of a leap. I'm not saying that she's not going to get it. But what I'm saying is we gotta start to understand. Okay, so Laura just put 5K a month. Epic. Now, here's what I want everyone to do. To have an amount that you would like to have in 6 months. Because if you're going to do this with just your brain, I'm not your teacher. If you want to do this with your mind, your body, and your spirit, and universal intelligence, you're in the right place. Now, how much money do you want? Now, here's what I want you to do. Whatever you write down, I want you to write it somewhere so that you can see it on a daily basis. I'm sure you've all heard situations like this, because you are going to manifest things. Think about this. If I drop a stone in some water, who understands that there's going to be a ripple effect that comes out? Now, let's say that you do it in a sink, and I challenge everyone to try this. Fill up a sink or a bath with water, drop a stone in it or something, watch those ripples go out, but then watch those ripples come back. Hands up if you're starting to see it's a two-way street. Whatever you're projecting out, please listen to me now. Whatever you're projecting out, whether you're conscious or not, it's going to come back. Hands up if you now start to understand you've got to start projecting stuff out that comes with good vibes. It's got to be good vibes, my friends, 100%. Because otherwise, those bad vibes, even if they come out of you, and even if your brain goes, well, screw that person did this, I've got every right to go and retaliate. You have, but it's going to come back and bite you in the arse. Because that's how karma works. It's not our job to trip other people up. It's our job to bring the opportunities to life. If you want to start to manifest more money and you do it with me, you're going to do it so you win, your loved ones win, other people around you win. You're going to be in this situation where this is how it works. We're going to create a vortex. You win, we win, they win, or you win, somebody else wins. And so, because that triangular vortex, I'll teach you how to get those 3 points of contact, and bam, it's like a cyclone. It's like a whirlwind. It's like a twister. That energy gets going and going and going and going. And you've seen a tornado, it goes round and it picks everything up. Imagine if you could go around and I've got you in such a high frequency that what you're going around is you're picking up an opportunity here, you're picking up an opportunity here, you're picking up a client here, you're picking up, oh my God, someone over there, picking up some more money over there. And you don't need to know how to do it. Why? Because remember the science. 20 to 30% is the mechanics, the how to do it. You think I knew how to create stuff like this? Never in a million years. But now what I've created, I truly believe this. I believe that we've created the best products on the planet. And we're now putting in the whole structure to be able to take them out there properly globally. And I said this yesterday, I'll say it every day. I challenge anyone to find products that get better results than ours. And if you do, I'll give you ours for a year. That's a deal that I'll do with anyone. So now you guys are writing these numbers down. This is brilliant. What we want to be able to do now is write it somewhere where you can see it on a daily basis. Do it right now. Do it so that your eyes can see it. Because we've got to shift the belief system that's playing out at the subconscious level. Because for some time, your subconscious brain might be going, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But we knock that out the ballpark and you win. Let me give you an example. Here, okay, let me show everyone this. Right, so everyone pay attention to what I'm now about to show you. Hands up if you have been in a position where in your life something has happened and you've gone and tripped yourself up. Who's that? Yeah, okay. Now, here's what I want you to know. There are things going on in you that are playing out at a subconscious level, which means that you can hear something, you can see something, you can even taste something, you can feel something, you can smell something, and bam, you're going back to memories in the past. How does this stuff happen? Listen to what I'm now about to say. What I'm now about to teach you, this is golden, 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 golden when it comes to making sure that you are in control of manifesting money and you're not going to trip yourself up and you're not going to allow the old beliefs to play out at a subconscious level. Because otherwise the old beliefs, the old training, it's going to come back, bam, it's going to hit you. We don't want you to get hit and knocked down. We want you to get hit and it just bounces off you. Bounces off you. Because now you're strong, you're balanced, you're centered. But listen to this. Anytime that you're in an emotional peak state, positive or negative, whatever your nervous system picks up, bam, you've just been programmed. This is why when I asked you, have you ever smelt something or heard something or seen something, you go straight back to memory in the past, oh yeah, it's happened to me. Hands up if you'd like to get rewired in a way where now what's playing out at a subconscious level is you being empowered. Where now all of a sudden you're setting yourself up, so instead of going back to memories of the past, where you feel like you're having to push your way through life, now, boom, you're pulled into your destiny. Because you've now got this universal intelligence, this universal wisdom, this universal power, boom, it's thrusting you into your destiny. I don't know a single fruit, vegetable, flower, tree, plant that struggles to grow. But yet, people struggle to become financially free. Why? Because they're out of balance and they're out of alignment. We get this balance and alignment and you're going to love making money. You're going to love giving money away. You're going to love this whole, because we're never going to get rid of money. Now imagine this. If I could give you something where, let's say that there's a lot of this stuff playing. In fact, let me ask you another question. Hands up if you've ever been in a place where you should be having a good time. You might be going to see friends, family, whatever. Should be having a good time, but you get there and you don't feel like having a good time. You've been negatively anchored. I call these things anchors, triggers, and buttons. It's one of the three. You know when people say, don't you say that, you're going to push my buttons? You know if you say that, I'll do it. Hands up if you'd like to remove all the buttons. Because until we remove these buttons, I'm telling you now, the subconscious programming is going to keep playing out, which means what? Bam, you're going to get hit. Bam, you're going to get hit. So when it comes to these things, what I'm talking about here are, have I got them on it? Yes. Brilliant. So I'm talking about anchors, buttons, and triggers. Now, what does this mean? Think about this. Let's say that you are in a negative state. What would put you in a negative state? I'll tell you one thing that will put you in a negative state. For most people, a loved one dying. So let's say that you've got a loved one, and that loved one that you loved, and all of a sudden, let's say that they was in a horrible crash. So it was a shock. Now, we have to deal with this stuff. But let's say that you are in a negative state. Listen to what I'm saying. Whatever your senses pick up, what are your senses? Taste, smell, touch, feeling, what else? Hearing. All your, seeing as well. Now, all of your senses, whatever they pick up, when you're in that negative state, you're now being, you're having an anchor put in, you're having a button put in, or you're having a trigger put in. Let me give an example. Let's say that, right, I'm just going to bring James in. So everyone, welcome James in. Come in the picture. Sorry. So James is coming in. So let's say that James has had some horrible news, and what? Let's say that his father's, we just heard that his father's had been in a terrible, so everything I'm saying is made up, right? But I'm making a story up because I want you to understand this stuff. So let's say that James has just been told that his father has been in a horrible crash. Type in the chat now, what is he going to be feeling? He's literally just heard that his father, now I know you're thinking, well, what's this got to do with money? It has everything to do with how you can start to manifest money in ways, in miracle ways. Sad, loss, numb, regret, pain, scared, very down, shocked, all these panic, all these disempowering feelings. Now, of course, he's going to have to learn how to grieve and go through it. But watch this. What would be a natural thing to do? If I see James down and he's in this negative state, watch. And I walk up to him and I go, brother, dude, I'm so sorry about this news. If you need anything, you know I'm there for you 24/7. We'll get through this. I'm sorry that this happened, but you know I'm here if you need me. Did anyone see what I just done? Because I just put a negative anchor, a negative button, and a negative trigger on it. Did anyone see that I did anything out of normal? No. All I did was touch him. But I touched him while he was in a negative state. A peak state, but negative. So then what happens is, let's say his mum comes in and she goes, oh, honey, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry that, this happened, but, we're going to get closer as a family. Now what's happened, that's been reinforced. Let's say that one of his best mates comes in, and it could be an hour later, it could be days later, it could be a week later. If James goes into that same negative state, and now his best mate goes up to him and he goes, but buddy, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I'm going to help you out of this. All of a sudden, he's now got a button there that no one even knew. That button is linked to the emotions that he was feeling around the loss of his dad. Now, check this out. It could be a month later, 2 months later, 6 months later. Say he's grieved. Say he's gotten over it. He's dealt with it. Life goes on. He's moving through that. Let's say that I haven't seen him for, a couple of months. And we're sitting down, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. I come in, James is sat there, I'm on the phone, I walk in and I go, dude, just on the phone, give me 2 minutes, mate, and I'll be there. What have I just done? Touched him in exactly the same place, and now his brain, listen to this, his brain will not remember the memory, but his body remembers the feeling where now he doesn't feel good, and then I come back 5 minutes later, and it'll be one or two things. He's either going to say, you know what, I felt really good before you came in, and you come in, I just don't feel good now. I think I want to go home. Maybe there's something weird going on between us. And he could pin that meaning on it, and that seed can then grow in another illusion. Or he says, you know what? I'm just not feeling good, Unc. I don't know what it is, but I was feeling all right a minute ago, but this wave of stuff, it's just taken over me. I don't feel good. And now he goes and leaves, and no one knew why. Hands up if you guys follow me around this stuff. Awesome. Everyone give him a round of applause. Yeah. Good job. Now, everything I said was just made up, so just get rid of all that. Just a made up story to share the truth with you. So here's what we need to understand. Now, who would like to seriously get rid of all, I don't mean some, all your negative anchors, buttons, and triggers? Who'd like to get rid of all of that stuff? Because if you want to learn how to manifest money and you got that stuff, like it's like a ball and chain around your ankle. In fact, it's not like a ball and chain around your ankle. It's like a ball and chain around both ankles. Because every step is going to be harder. Every step is going to be harder because you're dragging all this stuff from the past into now. So here's what I want to invite you into. Now, some people say to me, look, Skip, can you mentor me? Now, the truth is, yeah, I can. But if I do one-on-one, first of all, there's a 12-month waiting list. If I coach you one-on-one, this is my clients, these are unnegotiable prices. I do 1 hour a week on Zoom. You have home play to do. That's £100,000 a year. If I do one-on-one, if I come to you for a day, that obviously hasn't happened in 12 months because of COVID, it's 10 grand for a day. If I do just 10 sessions, it's 20k, and that's just over Zoom for an hour, or people pay like £800 for live events, or we have online courses from 500 to 1500. Now, I've created something special for everyone here. Type in the chat, yes, if it's okay if I make you guys an absolute insane special offer. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? Okay, brilliant. Awesome. So here's this event that I created. It's called Supercharge Your Life, where we focus on, now again, this is a total immersion. It's a 3-day immersion. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to book a flight. You don't have to book a hotel. We've created it so that we can bring Supercharge Your Life into your house. Now, imagine how this will serve you and your loved ones. It's 3 full days of life transformations. Everything we've been able to do here is information. Now, information can be the first point of any change because a new awareness is the first point of a new change. So, as I said, we deal over the weekend every single anchor, negative anchor that you've got. It's not going to stand a chance after Supercharge Your Life. It takes us 3 days to get you rewired. If you follow NLP and all that stuff, it takes you 21 days. Why? Because they only deal with the mind. Now we deal with the mind, the body, and the spirit. You will leave that event where, hands up if you'd like to be able to like flip a switch and you go into a productive, positive, freaking awesome state where miracles can be born from. Right, that's what happens after Supercharge Your Life. We get you hardwired for it. It takes us 3 days to get you there. So, where you're going to learn to override all negative states, all negative emotions, all negative triggers, and anchors. All of that in 3 days. It will be an experience that you've never experienced before. Now, why did I create Supercharge Your Life? Well, I spent about 30 years learning this stuff. I made many mistakes. Modern life has created so many fears in most people, and I want to teach you how to turn fear into power. Most people don't have the balance and alignment, and they create from that place. I want to teach you how to create where I can fast track you and help you to get supercharged results. Now, my mission is to empower you to create everything that your heart and soul desires in life. You've seen some of the results that I get with people. Join our, make sure you've joined us on social media, because now I think it's every Saturday we're going to start to put crazy success stories up. People who are in our environment, in our community, and by them achieving phenomenal stuff, it's going to show you what's possible. Now, what I want is for you to be on this screen next time, or for you to have an unbelievable story that can go and inspire somebody else. So my question is, are you going to be a victim or a victor? Now, what we need to understand is that you want to be a victor. A victim always comes up with reasons why, I can't make this happen, I can't make that happen. They come up with excuses. Oh, the dates don't work. Oh, the timings don't work. Oh, I can't afford it. All of that stuff is creating from lack. if you become the victor, you find a way to make it happen. You just make it happen. So let's have a little look at Supercharge Your Life. If you came to the live event, by the way, before lockdown, it would cost, in general, would cost you £1,000 to come to the event. And we're going to make you a crazy special offer in a minute. So stick with me, but let's have a little look at Supercharge Your Life online.
World as the Miracle Man. Please welcome Skip Archimedes.
If you're up for putting 100% into these 3 days by playing full out to be able to take your life up to the next level and beyond, let me hear you make some noise. We are bringing Supercharge Your Life right into your house, so that we want to make sure that you learn how to take back control, because a world that's getting toxic, a world that's breaking down, we don't want this outside world to affect your inner world, because what you have inside of you is more strength, more balance, more power, more love, more happiness. More of that stuff can come out through you into your life so that you get to live a life of miracles. How do you improve your finances? How do you improve your energy? How do you improve your own mind and body? How do you improve your relationships? How do you improve your happiness? You have to shift your vibrational frequency.
So I came with an open mind and I've been blown away by what I've learned.
I feel more energized, more vital. I just feel absolutely incredible.
I'm going to be a much freer person from this course.
I'm full of energy and I'm feeling alive, and I'm feeling I just don't want to sit. I want to dance. I'm happy because I'm feeling finally I can do it.
I feel totally energized, full of fun, and I feel like a kid. So thank you, Skip.
Skip's energy is phenomenal. I've been inspired by that energy. I want that in my life, and everybody else deserves to have that as well.
Awesome. So I'm going to make you an offer that's going to be an absolute no-brainer. Please write these dates down now. June 25, 26, 27. We're doing that on USA time zone. And then September 3, 4, and 5, that will be on probably a European time zone. So please write those dates down so you've got what they are. Now, usually, as I said, for you to come and get all the teachings and the processes and the experience from Supercharge Your Life, it would be $997. Now, if we only even charged you half price, now let me ask you this question. If you pay £500 and you get massive transformations, hands up if you think that's a good investment in yourself. 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. Because what you've got to understand is that as money's coming into your world, into your life, your job now is saying, right, where am I going to spend this money? Am I going to waste this money on toxic stuff? Am I going to waste this money on materialistic stuff? Or am I going to invest this money so that now my life can become better? So here's the no-brainer offer, everyone. We're going to literally slice that out. Now, you can get this. Now, if you want to come for $497, you can, but that's going to be as a diamond. Now, there's going to be a link put in the chat now. If you want to come and join us, now I want to stack up these bonuses. Now, I'm literally going to put £4,000 of bonuses into the mix if you go for the diamond. Before you register now, just listen to what I have to say, because if you're like me and you're always looking for the upgrade, as soon as like you buy a flight, or you buy a hotel, get a hotel, or you get a trip or a show, whatever, we're always looking for the upgrade. Now, you can come to Supercharge Your Life for £97. That's like literally less than £33 a day at Supercharge Your Life. If you do that over a year, it literally works out at, I don't know, silly amounts of money. Now, if you go for the diamond upgrade, which will cost you $497 plus VAT, all of these are plus VAT, you're going to get, now please listen to what these bonuses are. After each day with Supercharge Your Life, there is no champion in the world that leaves that event and just goes home. What we do is we sit and we review and we learn from that day, and now we use that, what we've learned, to go and create momentum. after each day, I'm doing this personally. All of the diamond ticket holders are going to be in a private breakout room, and we're going to be going through those breakthrough sessions after each day. Now, those sessions, as I said, they're only going to be for diamonds. Now, in those diamond groups, if you have any questions, you can come and you can ask me direct questions. I can give you direct coaching. That's only going to be for the diamond people. Now, we do that after each day. As a diamond ticket holder, you're going to be able to bring a family member. Now, tomorrow when we go into relationships, I'm going to be showing you some stuff around my mum, and you're not going to believe it. This is a woman now, she's coming up to 80 years old, and about 12 or so years ago, she couldn't walk from one side of the room to the other without being in serious pain. Her eyesight was going, she was in and out of hospital having many operations, physical pains beyond belief, cupboard full of prescription drugs, and I'm teaching these people all these events all around the world, and I'm coming back and my mum's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and her body's breaking down. Why? Because she's getting more toxic. I had to get mum to come to one of my events, and I literally had to pretty much drag her there, and it changed everything in her life. And I'll show you a little video of her tomorrow, and she's got more energy now than what she had 15 years ago. 80 years old, she meditates every day, she walks a dog every day, she does yoga every day. She is a force for life. Write this down. Energy has no age. Energy doesn't care about age. So I want you to be able to bring a family member, because of, as it says on the screen, families that learn together, they're families that grow together. And hands up if you think it'd be a nice gift. In fact, who can you think of right now? If you can think of someone right now that you know would benefit from an event like that, be thinking, oh my God, I can give them this gift. This is awesome. I can give them a gift. And all you got to do is get them next to you, get them in the room, and they can be in their own living room, and then all of a sudden, they're going to start to open up to a new way of living, a new world. So what do you get for general? Good question. You get the event. So you get me taking you through Supercharge Your Life for 3 days. All of these are extra bonuses on top. So for £97, you get 3 days of Supercharge Your Life. It's a full immersion. It's a full day event. It's me and my team, and we don't stop. It is a whole new world. And what you'll learn, there's many things that you're going to learn, but you'll learn how to go into this supercharged frequency and how to keep getting in the supercharged frequency. Oh, bless you, Cleese. You go, oh, it's so special. Because when you've experienced what it's like to be in a supercharged frequency, believe me, you're going to want to go back there again and again and again. This is how miracles get born. We get you in these supercharged frequencies, and we get you to commit to your greatness. We get you to commit to what miracles you want born through you. And then that's you saying to the universe, boom, I'm worth this. And I'm going to tell you to dream bigger and bigger and bigger. Because as soon as you reach your dream, guess what? Now you need another dream. And then you've reached that, now you need something else. You always want to have something that stretches you, that makes you reach to the next level. And I can tell you now, whatever level you come in at, you leave in a much higher frequency. And we do. We have celebrities come to these events. We have, as I said, world top CEOs come to these events. Top athletes come to these events. All the way down to anyone that just wants to live a kick-ass life. So you're going to be able to bring a family member. You are going to be able to... hang on, it's not that link. So the link is on the screen. So it's okay. So I'm just putting this on the screen now, so you guys have got that. Right. So it's in the chat, everyone. I'm just putting it on there now, so that you guys can see what the link is. Awesome. So you're also going to get, now this is for diamond. Please listen up here for the diamond ticket holders. Every single day, we're going to meet an hour before general admission. We're going to meet an hour before VIP. This is all for the diamonds. We're then going to go through a process. Hands up if your life would benefit if you have more strength, more balance, more immunity, and more flexibility. Right, 100%. There's no one that wouldn't. So I'm going to guide you through some of my rituals, and you're going to do it with us. It involves movement. And when you finish it, you will have more strength. you'll have more balance, you'll have more flexibility, and you'll have more immunity. So I set you up to come into that event ready to rock and roll, ready to get the best results ever. So every day, on the Friday, on the Saturday, we meet an hour before. If you decide that you can afford VIP, which is $297 plus VAT, you're going to join us on the Sunday. But every day, the diamonds are there with us. And I'm telling you now, for $497 plus VAT, I'm telling you, it will be the best investment that you ever put in yourself if you can stretch yourself to go for the diamond. Now, the next one is, I had the fortune of having probably the world's most famous shaman come and live with me at my house in London for about 6 months. And he took me on like weird and mystical and wonderful like processes. And there was this one process called Your Sacred Temple. And what he does is he guides you, and you leave this physical body. Your physical body stays here, your mind stays here. But you've got energetic bodies, you've got light bodies, you've got so many bodies, which we want to introduce you to, so you understand how complex you are and how powerful you can be. So a part of you comes up, and it gets taken out of this world, out of the solar system, out of the universe, and it goes into a sacred temple. When you go in the sacred temple, you don't have the laws that govern planet Earth, because now you're not in this physical reality, you're in a different reality. And it's like being in your own virtual reality set, but without the virtual reality technology. And you can manifest anything in there. If you ask a question, the answer comes before you even finish asking the question. It's so powerful. And I said to him when he left, I said, look, buddy, that sacred temple process that we do regularly, I said, you got to let me share this with other people. And he said, under one condition. He said, this was gifted to me. He said, but I only give it to the people that invest in themselves. He said, I see that because otherwise what will happen, Skip, you'll give it to someone and they're not even going to appreciate it. I said, game on. I said, so if people have invested, at my events, and they go for, say, like the top tickets, can I take them through that process? He went, absolutely. He said, this is for people that want to be leaders or people that are leaders. So please listen up if you guys are registering now. If you're in America, listen up. If you're in America, we will pay the VAT back to you. We just found out that the tax law in the UK, if you're in America, if you pay this VAT, which you're going to have to get the ticket, if you're in America, we give you the VAT back. If you're in Europe or the UK, we have to pay the VAT. There's no way around it. But if you're in America, it's not going to be plus VAT. It will just be $97 for general, $297 for VIP, and $497 for diamond. So you're going to get your sacred temple process. We do that the day after Supercharge Your Life. We do that on the Monday. We do it, and there's a whole review and relearn of the event. That one is going to be for the VIPs and the diamond. So the people that have invested more, that's what we're going to give to you. You're also going to get a taster from my new book, The 10 Commandments of Being Supercharged. That's not, I haven't given that yet to my publisher. Sorry guys, I've got the wrong link on the screen. And you're going to get an exclusive for that book even before the publisher has even witnessed what this new book is even about. So you're getting something literally hot off the press. So yeah, in Canada too. Yeah, so if you're in America or Canada, you will get your tax back. We will return that to you. You'll have to pay it, but just send us a message. It's all logged, and then we'll just get that returned to you. So you're going to get that taste from a new book. You're also going to get this audio program, which has got 10 audios in. Are you doing what you love? What to do when you wake up? The benefits of fun exercise, the power of forgiveness, raising your standards, having an empowering future, the wonder of being a kid again, the benefits of eating live food, trust your gut before your brain, detoxing in a toxic world. You're going to get that whole program. You get lifetime access for that, so that anywhere you go in, you can literally just bam. Each one's 4 minutes long, which means what? It's like taking a bite out of an apple. Just keep taking bites out of this stuff. Just keep getting stuff going in the brain every single day so that you can start to absorb the stuff that's going to empower you. Now, here's what you get. So, the diamond bonus value is over £4,000. The VIP bonus value is over £500 extra. That's what you get in the bonuses. So remember, I'll remind it to you one more, that breakthrough momentum session, you're going to get, so if you just go for general, you're going to get the entire event. You're going to get the 3 days. But for the diamond, after each session, we then go into a breakthrough momentum session. And I show you how we start creating serious momentum. So you start doing the right thing without even thinking about it. You're also going to be able to bring a family member. You're also going to go through the rituals with us an hour before every single event, where you're going to get more strength, more balance, more flexibility, more immunity. The VIPs, you're going to come and join us on the Sunday. For the VIPs, the bonuses you're going to get, and the diamonds, you're going to get your sacred temple process. That's priceless. That one process alone is worth more than the diamond that we're offering right here. We've never offered a diamond at like £500. Diamonds are usually thousands. So I'm saying grab this opportunity now while we're still not able to, do live events, because as soon as we go back to do live events, these prices are going to shoot straight back up through the roof again. So grab this now, because you can get the process, you can get the teachings, you get the experience, you get the entire experience. So Daryl just says, how would you compare Tony Robbins versus Skip? We look and sound similar. Okay, first of all, I'm English, right? Tony is, Skip is better looking. You guys are hilarious. They're not even the same. They're chalk and cheese. It's like trying to compare an apple and an orange. I've had very different experiences in my life. I have created different processes in my life. I think you're trying to compare an apple and an orange. Both are great. I would say trust your feeling. Absolutely trust your feeling. So if you're feeling that this is for you, then go for it. Because I can tell you now, even if you only invest £97, you're not going to regret it. If you go for the 497, I'm telling you now, it will be 3 of the best days that you've ever learned how to let go of all the stuff that's not serving you, and how to open up to a lifestyle that will. So you're also going to get the first insight in the 10 Commandments being supercharged, and you're going to get the 10 tips to greatness, that audio. Now, don't believe me. Believe one of the dragons from Dragon's Den. Now, you know that I get to coach super high level people. So again, this is coming from someone who's a multi-millionaire TV star. This is like the British version of Shark's Tank. So Rachel Elnor, she came to Supercharge Your Life as a VIP. So don't listen to me. Listen to what she has to say.
You better come in with a brilliant product.
Know your market.
What's their price point?
I didn't ask that.
So you know nothing about your market.
Don't try and mislead us.
The most disrespectful pitch. Keep your cool.
Sorry, I've just gone quite lightheaded.
Get it right, and we might help your business reach the next level.
But even then, there's no promising. Dragon's Den.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elnor. I'm an entrepreneur, and you may recognize me from the series of BBC TV's Dragon's Den. And I was at Skip's event, and I have to say it was an absolutely brilliant event of really powerful, supercharged content and a really, really exciting experience. And I was lucky enough to have a VIP ticket, which meant I was sitting right in the front row. And the great thing about having those VIP seats is the chance to chat with Skip and ask him questions and talk about all things metaphysical. I have to say, Skip is so inspirational. A great energy in the room is just to have that whole wave of energy behind you, and actually the energy just got more and more powerful and intense. It was absolutely a crescendo at the end of just such powerful, focus, positive vibration, and really, really inspiring, really incredible content. And I just had so many takeaways about the power of eating properly, about nutrition, about mindset. All in all, a fantastic event. I really recommend, if you can get hold of a ticket, be there, make sure you get there. You won't regret it. It's one of those life-changing, pivotal, transformational experience, and it's really something that you really must not miss.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So there we go. So don't take it from me. Take it from, you know, someone who's a dragon's den. And but believe me, you cannot pull the wool over those dragon's eyes. So do we click on it and it gives us all the choices. So here's what I'm going to do now. Let me go down to, okay. So what should happen is when you land on the page where it says like contact details, please can you put in there whether you came from Facebook, as you see on the screen, whether you came from Instagram, whether you go YouTube, or whether you came from our email list. Now, you will see all three options on that page. Now, I just want to ask you these questions. What will it cost you? Because today's all about money. What will it cost you not to do it? What will it cost you not to do it? Will it cost you missed opportunities? Will it cost you life playing out in the same ways? Because here's what I truly believe. When you understand that we are spiritual beings, and I asked all of you this at the start of the 5 days, do you believe that we're humans who get to have a spiritual experience now and again, or do you believe that ultimately we're spiritual beings who are now having a human experience? When you get that we're spiritual beings inside flesh and blood, and you understand the body, the mind, and the spirit connection, you're going to understand that you're here for a reason. We're having this conversation for a reason. What's the reason? For you to learn what your next step in life is going to be. Because when I come on people's radar, I'm all about helping people get from whatever level you're playing at up to the next level and beyond. But if it comes on your radar and you choose to do nothing, that's like you saying to life, no, I'm going to figure this out by myself. I'm going to be that island. I don't want to take any help from the universe. I don't want to take any help from what's right in front of me now. Now, here's what's going to happen. If you want to engage law of attraction, there's two ways. Two ways we do this. You either do it through inspired action, which means that now watch what I'm showing you. As you all said to me that you want to see more opportunities in life. You want to be able to create more opportunities. That's how you create more value. As soon as something comes on your radar and there's a chance for you to take action, this is what happens. Boom, a portal opens up, and when you go through it, life doesn't become the same ever again. Because you've taken that inspired action and then bam, it closes back up and can never go back again. You're opening up to a new way of living. What happens is, as that opportunity opens up, it's like a portal opens up, you've got a certain amount of time to jump through it. Otherwise, that opportunity is going to close, going to close, going to close, going to close. Now you might decide, oh my God, no, I want to do it, I want to do it. So now there's a little bit still open, so we call it uncomfortable action. That uncomfortable action, either way, bam, you're jumping through. You're taking action. Nothing in your life is going to change until you take the necessary action steps. This is the new wave of consciousness, my friends. It's the new way of earning money. It's the new way of living. It's the new way of literally charging up the body, the mind, the spirit. It's the new way. Now, my friends, I'm so sorry. I want to carry on with more and more and more, but I want to get all the VIPs. Yes.
Someone just said, can I sign up for June and then attend in September? Because there's only an option on there where they can go for June. So if they email us, we can change it.
Okay, so 100%. So the question was, if you can't make the June date, then we will 100%, and all this is being filmed, so you got this guarantee right now. If you can't make the June date, just let us know that I can't make the June date, and what we'll then do is we will let you know when the next dates are. And we've got dates for the rest of the year. There's one in September. In fact, the next date, if you guys want to write this down, September 3, 4, and 5. So we literally just decided those dates 2 days ago. And even if you can't make that date, we'll freeze the price, and then you can make the date after that, which will probably be in November. So the most important thing is to allow yourself to get committed. Because as soon as you take, and this is only if you're feeling, if you're not feeling, then of course don't take action. But if there's something in you that says, actually, you know what, this is going to improve my life, this is going to take me to the next level, I'm telling you now, go for it. I'll push you as hard as I can. Is my life going to change whether you do this or not? No. Will your life change? And you play full out, I guarantee 100%. 100%. You know, this is how I can confidently bring someone like Clea up. I didn't have a clue what she was going to say. Why did I know what she was going to say was going to deliver? Because it was going to come through her heart and soul. Because now she's getting to that place where that alignment is being created. Bam! She's able to start receiving from a higher frequency. Guys, this is law. This is not namby-pamby, weird woo-wooey shit. Right? This is real. Right? I know some of the minds is like, oh my God, but you want to hear some of the leaders around the world now speaking their spiritual stuff. Because you cannot break a spirit. You can break a mind, you can break a body. You try and break a spirit. It's like trying to break Wi-Fi. How do you hold the Wi-Fi and break it? You can cut the connection, and that's what a lot of adults do. They've cut their connection with their spirit, and that's why they get trapped up in their heads. And you remember what I said, if you're in your head, you're dead. So if you are feeling, is it a 3-day course online? Yes, it's online. So you don't have to, so Charles, you don't have to leave your house. You just got to make sure that you've got a good connection, and we bring Supercharge Your Life into your house. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. VIPs, we're going to be about 10 minutes delayed. If there's any questions now, I will answer your questions. So what was that, mate?
So people have been asking Laura, hang on, so people asking me if I sign up later, will they be able to get the price? So can I sign up later in September, or do I need to pay this price now?
Okay. So here's the thing. Our prices are always going to keep going up. Why? Because that's just the way that inflation works. If you notice, inflation never goes down. The cost of living goes up. Look at property, what property was worth when you was a child, and look what it's worth now. So we have to keep putting our prices up just to be in alignment with life. So next time we run a challenge or we make an offer, I can tell you now, it won't be at these prices. Because we're going to keep putting them up. So can you get it? 100% yes. Will you get them at these prices? No. So if there's uncomfortableness, great. Move through that uncomfortableness, but still take the action. Already bought Diamond. Well done, Ed Gullis. Well done, my friend. Is it recorded? No, we don't record. We record it for ourselves. We record it for ourselves for legal reasons, so that we always have a recording of what goes on. But we don't give out the recordings. This is something you need to attend live. It's a live event. Honestly, it's a do not miss event. Okay. Okay, so some people are saying, right, can I go for the offer again? Right, let me go back. Okay, so very, very quickly again, so you guys get it. So these are the dates: June 25, 26, 27, or September 3, 4, and 5. Now, when it comes to the offers, here's what they are. So, if you go for a general, which is only £97, it's like, honestly, for £97, that's the minimum you should be coming in at this event. If you're getting value from me teaching you stuff to do with information like this, I can tell you now, we're not even dipping a finger in. It's like the fingernails dipped in. Supercharge Your Life, we're in. Like, we're in it. There's transformations, there's activations. It's a different ball game. Now, after each day, for the diamond ticket holders, you're going to be getting a breakthrough momentum session with me. So I go in another room with all the diamonds, and we start to create even more momentum. Because think about this. If you've got that car at the top of the hill, and you've got a little bit of momentum, boom, you can stop that. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're stopping their momentum. They're just stopping their momentum. But let's say that we want to go all the way down the hill and have a great ride. Could you even stop that at the bottom of the hill? No, if you try and stop it, bam, you're going to get beaten up. What we're doing is we're going to create so much momentum in your life that whatever is in your path is going to get pushed to the side. It's going to be like, you know, in the Bible where the water opens up. It's like that. It's like you've got life on your side, and now all of a sudden you can see a clear pathway to creating your destiny. Yeah, it's 3 days. Is it an all-day event? Yes, an all-day event. Literally all-day event. What's that? Right. Okay. So, one question at a time, mate. You've asked me for the bonuses. So, you're going to get a breakthrough session after each day. Every single day, that's a bonus session for the diamonds. For the diamonds, you can bring a family member too. Now, I can tell you now, you want your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, you want your family knowing this stuff. Because when it comes to their bodies, 2 out of every 3 people are going to get heart disease, cancer, or diabetes. No one wants that. No one wants a family struggling with money. Honestly, I'm going to be throwing all the cards on the table. It's going to open you up to a new wealth. So you can bring a family member to that. The diamond value is over 4K. Now, an hour before each session starts, we're going to meet, and we meet an hour before we open up the room to all the other VIPs and the other general. And you're going to be going through some rituals that I do where you're going to get more strength, you're going to get more balance, you're going to get more flexibility, you're going to get more immunity. We do that an hour before. That's only for the diamonds. Then on the Sunday, the VIPs come and join us. The diamonds, you're going to get your sacred temple process. We record that one on the Monday, and you get the recording. You get to keep that for a lifetime, so you can keep doing it again and again and again. It's epic. I'm telling you now, this one process is worth more than the diamond ticket value that we're selling this one for. You're also going to get a taster into my new book, and you're going to get the supercharged audios, which is just like having a little. Some people like a little espresso where they get that little shot of caffeine. Stuff like this is my espresso. It's like, boom, give me some good stuff. Bam! Now we're back in the game. Now we're back in the driving seat. Not putting something that's going to break the body down or putting acid in the body. So, any other questions around this stuff? Now, I know some... is there a way to pay without a credit card? Because I don't have one. If James contacts you, you could probably do a bank transfer. That could probably work. There is PayPal as well, I think. So, now here's what I want to say. Remember what I said at the beginning. Are you a victim or are you a victor? I'm just going to leave it on this one because I've got to get the VIPs into another room. There's been times in my life where affording something was a big leap. I remember the first time I took on a coach, and one of my coaches, he's 10 grand an hour. 10K an hour, right? And I was just like, you're insane, mate. I'm never going to pay you 10 grand an hour. And he went, but what if that 10 grand turns into 100 grand? Like, okay, fair enough. And it did. Now, this is what you're going to get. Now, if I didn't take that leap of faith, I'm not trusting something beyond the mind. I'm allowing the mind to keep me trapped. I'm allowing the mind to say, no, we're not doing this. No, we can't afford it. If you have to ask yourself another question, right, if I had to afford this now, how can I afford it? Now, all of a sudden, you can open up to more possible options. What are they? 1, you could put it on a credit card. 2, you could go and ask a family member if you could borrow the money. There are always ways. Now, for some of you that may not be able to do it right now, this offer is going to be open until the 5-day challenge is finished. So all I want to say is, my friends, I really hope you've got some value today around manifesting more money, because you have to understand it's a game of psychology. You look at like one of my heroes, some of you may not like him, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, 8 times Mr. Olympia. He's probably carved the most phenomenal body a human's ever had. Number 2, he becomes a Hollywood movie star. He didn't know how to act. He didn't even know how to speak. He didn't know how to do what was needed to become an actor. But hands up if you think that he's got a force of life breathing through him that you want breathing through you. Exactly. He then married a Kennedy. Became one of the biggest movie stars ever. He then got into Congress. He broke down so many walls, and he did it because he learned how to be in a great frequency where if there was a barrier, bam, he took uncomfortable action and he went through it. Whatever barrier came up, he got strong enough to break through it. This is what you're going to get, my friends, when you're in that supercharged frequency. So, my friends, I really hope that you've got some value today. Tomorrow is really where the journey begins, where we really start to enjoy this game of life. Because it's all going to be around relationships. Relationships with yourself, relationships with other people, relationships with the planet, relationship with the universe, with our creator, God, source energy, call it whatever you want. It's all, the words don't describe it, but it's all the same thing. That's where we're going to start that journey, and it is awesome. When you get this, you can literally feel like one of the richest people in the world by mastering what we're going to master tomorrow. So my friends, thank you so much for being here. VIPs, we are going into the other room. You've got the link for that room. Thank you again, everybody. Just give me a show of hands. Did you get thumbs up or thumbs down? Did you get value from today? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Epic, 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 because that's why I'm here, my friends, to serve. I've literally become one of our planet's top servants, and that's what I'm here for. It's to really help you to improve all areas of your life, but to have clarity on what area we're going to focus on first to get you in that place where you can learn how to supercharge your results. For those of you that have registered for Supercharge Your Life, I can tell you now, get ready for the journey of a lifetime to open up to you, because this is where the magic happens. The magic happens in those supercharged frequencies, and some people get there now and again. We're going to teach you how to get there where you can stay there all the time. It's epic, my friends. And as I said, it's the new wave of consciousness. So if you do have any questions or anything, please do reach out to the team. You can reach the team at support@skiparchimedes.com. Tomorrow, please be on time, because I noticed today, for some reason, quite a lot of people came in late. Please be on time tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So from a team and myself, we're all sending you lots and lots of love. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So take care, and lots of love. Adios.